Hello, welcome to video number 3 on Unix Linux. Did you not know that Unix Linux has a cat? There is a cat wandering around Unix Linux world. We're going to look at this today. Okay, so there is actually a cat in the Unix Linux system. If you type cat, this is a command. What cat can do? So cat can display the content of a file. Let's go to look for a file. In the folder that we know it's called tutorial, there it is. Remember cd change directory. So in Linux the folders are called directories, and in the tutorial we remember ls to display the list of files in the directory, and we have here a few files, one of these is APR 1954. Now I can guess what is this file about, but if I want to display the content, the actual content of the file, I type cat and the name of the file. I enter. That's it. So the file named APR, so probably April 1954, it's the calendar of the month of April of the year 1954. Okay, so this is what cat can do in the first place. Cat can display the content of a given file. Now, today we're going to see how we can create files with cat. But first of all, I'd like to remind you that we know already how to create a file without the use of any word processor or text editor. So remember, how did we create April 1954? So we invoked the command cal, which is calendar. We put the number of the month, and the year 1954. So, okay, this command only displays the month, right? It does not save it. So once we close the terminal window, there will be no this data will disappear. So how do we fix in this? How do we save this into a file? We do cal, and then we add the magic symbol, redirecting this into a file called cal 1954. And we can put the B to differentiate from the one we had it already. We type enter, we go with our magic ls, we see there we have cal 1954b, and we can check that the content is actually the calendar for the month of August 1954 as we have created. That's it. So this now is saved. So we can create a file simply by using the redirector command. Now, the output that you see on the screen, it's saved into a file with the redirector command. Now we see with cat can do something more. Okay, we can create the file. You know who is a command, right? Who tells me that the user Morris here is logged on terminal TTY7 since 26th of March. So now what can I do? I can simply do say who, redirect that in a file calling who with today, right? Okay, that's it. Now with ls I go to check in the list, and I cat the name of the file, who dot date, and you see the content of this file is this, the same that we have shown on the screen. Now cat, I was saying we can do that. Let's see if I something else. If I type cat always, then I go there and I type April APR 1954. Okay. All right. Then I add who, the new created file. Then I use the symbol, the magic symbol, and then I enter a new name for these two files. So I say date who. Okay, that's a new file name. Let's see what happens. Okay, so instead of doing ls to because I know already that I create a file date.who, I just cat date.who to see what's in it. And you see now we have a new file that is made with the content of the file April 1954, so the date, the month's calendar, and that information about the who's logged in. So cat comes from the word concatenate. So it has the ability to join, to merge the content of several files into one only file. Okay. How do we use cat to create a new file? First of all, I type cat. Then I type the magic sign symbol, right? And the title of my new file. Let's suppose I'm going to write a cover letter for a job interview, to request a job interview. So I type cover letter .1, and you will understand why I put number 1 here, simply because we're going to create another file. We create cover letter .2, simple as that. Now type enter, and this tells me I can start typing, and I hope that I will be invited for an interview. Okay, for an interview. We don't write the whole letter. Let's say the first part is written. I am interrupted. I have to go somewhere. I do to type, press on Control, the key Control, and the letter D. That's it. I'm out. Now, how do I know that this file exists? You know, you do cat, the name of the file, and there it is. This is content of my file, the first part of my cover letter. Now, I come back and I want to continue, so I do cat, create another file called cover letter. Remember, to create a file, you have to put the magic symbol, cover letter number 2, so the second part, enter. I am confident that I have the right skills for this job. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Looking forward to hearing from you. Best regards. Okay. Morris. Okay. So we have finished the second part. We do Control D after that, and that's it. Now, if I do ls here, I have two files. They're two separate files. Cover letter 1, cover letter 2. Because these two parts, I cannot send two parts or print two parts looking good. So I want to create one file which contains the two parts, and I have to remember that cat can concatenate files, so can put these two files together. Remember that if the first, starting from the left to the right, that's the order is going to enter them into the new file. So cat, okay, cover letter, okay, 1, then simply the next file after it, cover letter 2.2, and the name of the new file, which is simply cover letter. See, without the numbers. See? Hit enter. That's it. Right. Now, you see I made a mistake here. Conver letter. Doesn't matter. We could rename it. We don't do it now. It's another command. But when I want to see the file, I have to remember it's not cover, but it's conver letter. There it is. I have a new file called conver letter. Okay, this new file called conver letter, it's the puts together the two pieces of the letter in one only letter. So as you see, that's it. So I have created a text file using just the display and the Unix command without any word processor or text editor. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that powerful? Okay? You are not using any text editor or word processor. You just use your display, so what appears on the screen, the output on the screen, and you transfer that into a file with a simple command. If you need to join together 2 or 3 files or more, you just type cat, the list of files in the order you want them to appear in the new file, the magic symbol redirecting, and the name of the new file. That's great. This is the power of Unix, Linux. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to come back and watch more episodes of this series on Unix, Linux, because this is great. It's gonna put the foundation, okay, if you want to develop the knowledge of Unix at a higher level. This is the foundation. Have a nice day.